welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
And we have 3 great comic books to talk to you guys about today. We're going to talk about Pull Shapes #1, Punisher Warzone #1, and Amazing Spider-Man #580. So let's get right into it. Talk about the new J.D. McKelvey production, Pull Shapes, which is a limited series, part of the Phonogram Singles Club line of... I don't know. What's going on with this book, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, why did you make us read this?
All right.
I read this, and it's about a girl that goes out dancing one time.
A lot. She's a dancer.
She loves dancing. She talks
But not
about when
like
she
a pole
dances.
dancer.
When she dances, stars go in her eyes.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a dream of
Here,
mine.
I love J.D. McKelvey's artwork.
I
think
agree.
It's excellent. Love the stuff that he does. Really, really good. Big fan. This is a little wackadoo. It's supposed to be kind of like a mixtape, a couple of little short stories. I have no idea how it's going to pan out now.
What's going to pan out? There's nothing happening.
Well, I don't know if it's individual short stories that are themed around music, or if it's going to follow any of these characters, or what exactly is going on in this book.
Well,
I would say that the ideas thrown out there are interesting enough that I would like to see them continue.
the only reason I would like to know more is because I don't know what happened. This girl goes to a club, and it's direct address to the reader, which I find annoying in this, because you don't know the character, and she's like, don't worry, I'm very cool, and I like this.
There's
cool
also
music.
something going on where she has magic, and there is magic in this world, and they're very casual about it.
But everyone shits on her.
It's like-
always.
it's
Everyone
like-
is shitting on this.
It's like
character.
very practical magic.
That is the worst reference we've ever made.
If I may, the art might be good, but it's in such a piece of shit comic that it's really tough to enjoy. Because the only thing that
that's harsh.
The only thing that I liked about this was they have the '80s dots that they brought back from like pop art, which was kind of enjoyable. But if you can see through all the shit, it's just the problem I have.
Give the comic.
The problem I have is that it sets up a character that you don't care about, you don't like on the first page, and halfway through the comic, you're not going to like her more. If you don't like somebody, why would you make a whole comic about it?
You opened up this book and you're like, this is a girl?
Yeah, that's
it. Dressed? I'm not interested.
And to be fair, that's actually exactly what you said.
No, this is what I said.
Open up.
No. I opened it up and I said, why don't I read a comic about a girl getting ready to go out?
Why would you read a comic about a guy shooting some stuff?
Because there's stuff going on. There's stuff going on. Why is someone shooting somebody? Why has someone reached that point in their life?
Girls, why
has
this girl reached the point that she has to get dressed to go out to dance?
And that's what people do every day. That's not interesting.
Every day?
People get shot every day.
You never asked me dancing.
You've never gotten dressed. And eventually,
I don't want to read a comic where a girl's putting on...
intriguing and interesting magical realism. I know this is...
There was very little magical realism.
I think this is faint praise, but the back cover strip is hilarious, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I would say pick it up. What would you guys say?
It's just as good as the movie The Butcher's Wife. Now that's the worst reference we've ever made.
I don't even think that's applicable.
If you see someone reading this comic, punch them in the face.
Are we aging ourselves?
It went...
We've gone.
Alright, let's move on to talk about Punisher Warzone #1.
I'm going to crawl under the table while we review.
Back of Punisher,
Please
Steve
do.
Dillon. I just want to talk about, I opened this up, and the first page, I was like, there's some guys walking on the beach. If I just read something gay balls and go down to the store and pick up a magazine called Gay Balls.
To be fair,
Oh,
to be fair, this comic book is gay balls.
I really hope
Garth Ennis said it.
I hope I don't really come off like that. Anyway.
That is how you sound. Every fourth word you say is gay balls.
First 4 pages are phenomenal, and then it gets all Garth Ennis horrible dick and ball jokes. So
what are you talking about? You love him.
Yeah,
you love his writing.
No, I
love
do.
the Punisher.
I do.
And the rest of the comic book is people shooting each other.
No, but I hate the go-to with Ennis where he's always doing
he loves
dick
dicks.
jokes and stuff, and it's just over the top and not.
A monkey rips a dude's dick off.
And
That's
then
a good dick.
Spoiler.
And then he...
Spoiler.
Wow.
For Christ's
Protect
sakes.
your audience.
And then a vulture eats it.
Eats a man's
Could
dick.
you please say spoiler every once in a while?
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't spoil who eats the dick of this character. Good point, Pete.
Jeez.
That's really keeping people on a cliffhanger.
You want people to read the comics, not just...
I know a guy's dick gets eaten, but I don't want to know who he is.
What sort of animal eats this man's dick? Jeez. Not the vulture. Right?
I'm just saying, the first 4 pages, you think it's going one way, complete twist. This is really nice.
Okay, just in case you're wondering, basically this issue is the Sandman holds down while the vulture eats his dick.
No, that's ridiculous.
So, if you're interested in
lost Alex.
Here's the thing. Did you like this?
I like the beginning.
Did you, but as a whole?
I'll pick up the next one.
This is the wordiest-ish comic of the week that I read almost. Like, there's so much talking going on. I can't believe you liked it. And the big reveal at the end is a woman with no arms and no legs.
What, someone can't have arms and legs?
We gotta move on, but what would you say? Pick it up?
Nah, this is a waste.
I like Punisher too much not to pick it up.
Cool. Better than the movie?
Well, let's not talk about the movie.
I would say pick it up. I thought it was great.
Wow!
Yeah! Last thing we're going to talk about is Amazing Spider-Man 580 with Roger Stern coming back to the book and Lee Weeks on arc. Roger Stern, of course, wrote Spider-Man back in the 1980s, and finally this story that he did back then is seeing the light of day.
Yeah, I feel like he wrote this at a time
it does have a
when
classic,
Oingo Boingo.
It does have a classic niceness to it that is very enjoyable.
It's a little weird because it very much feels like a very old Spider-Man story. It starts off. I was like, oh man, we're really in for an old man story. When the first line is, cell phones drive me crazy.
All their blinking
and
you
said that, you were like, oh, we're in for an old man story.
That's cell phones drive me crazy. That's very much like, oh, I'm sick of these cell phones and these kids with their rap music.
Yeah, totally.
He should be saying
it's well written, very old school Spider-Man, which actually fits in very well with the status quo of Spider-Man right now.
Which is definitely the feel they're going for, which I think is weird. They're going like,
they're trying to push everything away from all the bad stuff. They're starting.
That's not true. I think they're actively going for this aesthetic of the old Spider-Man, even beyond the resetting the status quo. I think it's so weird. What comic has referenced Avengers West Coast? In the limited series, not even the regular series.
Okay,
it's crazy.
There is a character who appeared in the second and third issue of West Coast Avengers limited series, which of course Roger Stern wrote, so he probably remembers that. But even I, who was a huge West Coast Avengers fan,
me too. I love Wonder Man. I love Wonder Man. And Wonder Man was mentioned in here, so I was like, nice. But I was like,
wow, that is quite the reference.
Yeah, I was like 10 people.
It also puts a weird timeline on things.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to get into a comic book timeline, but I think they refer to this guy, who's the villain in here, the Blank, disappeared a couple of months ago back in West Coast Avengers number 3. Which was 20-something years ago, so I don't know what's going on.
And when the Rhino rips the Blank's dick off and Aunt May eats it, I think that was over the top.
Talk about Aunt May like that. Come on.
That was over the top.
That is over the line.
What, this? You and this?
No,
is the same
don't
thing.
talk about Aunt May like that. Come on.
Alright.
It's nothing sacred with you.
She eats the dick very big.
Oh, come on.
I love this pizza.
It's well cooked, medium rare.
Yes. What did you say pick this up?
I actually like the issue, and it definitely makes you think of old-timey, very staunchly Silver Age.
I feel like it would fit in well with an old-timey collection. I was not that crazy about it. I think I've been a big fan of the current run on Amazing Spider-Man, and I say this is an issue you can skip.
Well, it's a straight one-off. The next issue is back in the continuity, so...
Yeah.
I would say pick it up.
Wow, what? That was
damn. This dude loves dicks.
If you have a question, you can write us at thecomicbookclub@yahoo.com. Comment below, upload your video responses.
On Tuesday, find Justin and kill him.
Or you can come to see our live show in New York City, 8 p.m. at the People's Improv.
You could actually do both at the same time if you wanted to.
That would be great. Come see the show, join me, and drag him onto the streets of New York and beating him to death.
Well, I'm going to rip his dick off and then he's going to eat it. Before the show, he was like, can I eat his dick? I really want to eat it.
You always bring that every time we do this show.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoiler.
Miles, spoiler.
He is the one.
This show is not safe for work.
Gay balls.
This show should not air.
I know, it's like watching Look Who's Talking Now. Worst reference.
Oh, I'm gonna use dick, Dad. I don't know.
John Travolta.
Who was that?
John
Who was
Travolta.
That was actually Bruce Willis, but it was kind of.
Oh, wow.